There it is.
Whoa. Bam.
It's a nice little message there by YouTube.
Yeah, what is that? I don't know.
No idea.
YouTube popping a message on our video that we're trying to read. We can't see it. Hey, it's Dave and Johnny Live. Welcome, everybody.
How's it going?
How's it going? What's the crack? Our boy Wally already checking in. What's the crack, Wally?
He's on vacation now, I believe.
Yeah?
Holidays, yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Till the 7th of January.
Look at you, knowing about the Dave and Johnny Live universe, knowing all their details and holiday plans.
That's what happens when you tweet. You look at Twitter. Everyone knows what you're doing.
You got any big plans for the holiday season, Johnny?
Well, I am wrestling this Sunday, so that's pretty big.
Okay. And is this the big match?
This is the big match.
Oh, boy.
Huge. The NWA British Commonwealth Championship match.
Now, this is where? Plug it a bit.
It's at 4325 Industrial Boulevard in Montreal North. Bell time is 2 p.m. I thought it was the main event, but apparently we are not the main event anymore. Because now they're advertising the tag team title match is now the main event.
Oh.
Regardless, the match is still on. So I look forward to that. And hopefully I will be victorious. So come one, come all, and check it out this Sunday in Montreal.
I hope you win, too.
Yeah, the change from it not being the main event anymore, it's a little concerning. But, plans change. That happens.
Well, I'm expecting you to win. It would be nice. Have you wrestled this guy before?
We wrestled one time at a car dealership, Mazda, actually, in Valleyfield.
Okay.
So it wasn't really, it was more of a spot show.
Right.
It wasn't a big show. But it was nice just to get a feel for what he can do, our chemistry, how it would work. So this is going to be interesting to see what kind of match we're going to have. I mean, we're both two big guys, and we both like to throw our opponents around. So that's going to be interesting to see who's going to get the best of that.
Should be a good match if you're able to go check it out. Sunday afternoon?
Sunday afternoon, 2 p.m.
I want to be there. I can't be there.
You work, though, yeah.
As you know, yeah, I can't be there, but I would love to be there, and I'm supporting you. I'll be thinking about it Sunday afternoon at 2 p.m.
Appreciate that. I call out AJ to be there.
Yeah, AJ, we want you to be there to represent and stream it live. I know Wally's already asking for it on the YouTube chat here. You can send us your thoughts on the YouTube chat, and we'll see you. What's up, Franco316? He's checking in. So, yeah, it would be good to get AJ there to see your match.
We'll see.
All right, so we got some stuff on the agenda here, John. I know you went to see a movie, right?
Yeah, Mortal Engines, yeah.
Okay. We're going to talk about the latest episode of 90 Day Fiancé, of course. And Ring of Honor, Final Battle, is tonight for the pro wrestling fans. Looks like a pretty good card, and we'll run that card down and give you our thoughts in a little bit. I want to start with your movie review, though, because that's always my favorite part of Dave and Johnny Live, the Johnny North movie review. Let me guess, you liked this movie. Good movie? You enjoyed it? Well, I already know. He's not going to give it a bad review.
Well, it was a sci-fi adventure, and sci-fi is quite awesome. I mean, the story, kind of out there, kind of ridiculous, kind of all over the place. It's hard to get really into the characters because you're trying to get involved in this strange world where civilization was destroyed like thousands of years ago, and like our era that we live in now is like ancient time now, the screen era, I guess, that we live in right now.
So this is the future, is what you're saying?
Yeah.
It's set in the future.
That's right.
Okay.
And now cities are mobile now, and they pretty much attack other cities and devour other cities. Like London is like one of the most powerful cities.
And it moves around?
Yeah.
The earth?
Yep, and it can...
On water?
On land.
What do you mean?
Like, it's like a huge tank. Think of it like that. The whole city is like one big mobile...
Like on wheels?
Yeah.
It's on wheels?
Yeah.
So there are cities on wheels?
Yeah.
That attack other cities?
That's right.
What's this movie called?
Mortal Engines.
Mortal Engines?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a little out there, yeah.
Seems weird.
Yeah, it's kind of weird, but the special effects are quite spectacular. It's really hard to get into the characters and the stories because it just seems like it's kind of hard to understand the whole world itself. That it's hard to care for characters that just seem extremely far fetched, but it's there. If you've watched any science fiction show before, I mean, it's kind of standard in the sense of how it works. With you get the typical drama with someone betrayed me, killed my mom, and now I'm gonna go kill you. Hugo Weaving is a tremendous villain, by the way, in this movie. Plays Thaddeus, tremendous villain. He's really hateable. You really want him to get his butt kicked. And the main characters, like Shaw, this girl, like it's really hard to get behind her, but they try.
Uh-huh. So you liked it.
I liked it for the adventure, but
He liked it. I knew he liked it. He always likes it.
There are flaws with the movie, though. Serious flaws with it.
Yeah.
I
Sounds
did,
like it.
I did like how we kind of got sidetracked a bit, where we had this like cyborg chasing after her. So there was like somewhat of a side story to the main story. So that was kind of interesting. There wasn't just this one big plot. There was something else going on.
So there are moving cities and cyborgs.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's a bunch of robots and killer everything out there. Like it's a horrible world, actually.
Yeah. Wally wants to know how did Dublin do in this Mobile City deal. Did you notice? How did Montreal do? Are we all right? Or do we get destroyed by New York or something?
Yeah, I think most things got destroyed from what it looked like, actually. So
That sucks.
yeah.
What are the humans like? Are they dressed in normal clothes or are they dressed in like futuristic one-piece attire?
No, it's pretty normal, actually.
Normal clothes. Yeah. Okay. So, on a scale of 1 to 5, what are you giving this sucker?
I'd probably give it a 6. I probably thought this.
I said 1 to 5, and you gave it a 6.
Oh, it should be on 10. Like,
Okay, sorry. Make it on 10 then. 6 on 10?
Yeah, 6 on 10. Yeah. That's the scale. Like,
Yeah. Wally likes that one-piece attire. You know what I'm talking about. Those futuristic suits that you see in some of these sci-fi movies. You know what I'm talking about? They wear the like bodysuits.
Star Trek. Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah. I don't like sci-fi. I don't watch any sci-fi. I've never seen Star Wars. I've never seen Star Trek. I've never seen any of that stuff. It doesn't appeal to me. I don't like things that aren't real. I don't like fiction's okay, but like fiction that it's just so unbelievable that you can't even wrap your head around it. It's just like this won't ever happen. I'm just not into it. I don't like sci-fi. I don't like sci-fi. I don't like comics. I don't like comic books. I don't like superheroes. I don't like any of that stuff. None of it.
I understand it's hard to get into characters like that because, we would never be put in these kind of situations, so it's kind of hard to feel for them. They try to humanize it as much as possible. Like someone betrays you, I mean, that can happen in real life. So they tried to push that, but
Betrayal. Franco wants me to give Star Wars a chance, and a lot of people have said, "Oh, you should watch Star Wars. Star Wars is good." Like, I don't know, man. I've never had the time to sit around for like 2 or 3 hours or however long these movies are to watch like little aliens and whatever. Like I'm just not into it. I don't care. I don't care to invest my time in that type of thing. So, no, thank you. I watched 90 Day Fiancé instead. Okay? That's real life. It's reality, kind of.
controlled reality, I think.
Well, it's televised, edited reality. Wally says he prefers reality, stuff that can, or could happen. I agree. I'm with you 100%, Wally. Like when he recommended to me that show, what was that show called? The Irish show that I watched?
You watched it, I didn't get to see it.
Wally, what was that show called? It was good. It was a gangster show. Love, hate. Yeah. It was a show about Irish gangsters. It's like, yeah, that's based on reality. I like that kind of stuff. The Sopranos. things like that. These are my types of forms of entertainment. That's what I like to watch.
Dramas.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I like comedy too, but I don't like sci-fi. Sci-fi is not for me.
Fair enough.
All right.
But if you like sci-fi, and I think Andy does, because Andy was asking about it, I think Andy would enjoy it.
What's up, Andy? Andy's out there checking in. All right. So you like it. You like sci-fi.
Yeah, sci-fi.
You like
fun.
Star Wars. You've seen the Star Wars.
I've seen most of them. Not. I don't think the last one.
So many of them, right?
Yeah, there's like 8 or 9 now.
Yeah, well, Disney's taken over, and when Disney takes over, they maximize their profit.
It's a little much. You know, it's not as good as it used to be. But it feels like that with a lot of things. Like some things, they're good the first time around, but when you go back and redo them again, it's a little too much. This is kind of fun in a sense where it's new, but it's also old. Where I feel it takes a bit of old aspects from past sci-fi, but it still has its own elements to it. This is based off like 4 novels, by the way. And it took them 10 years to make this movie.
Yeah, those sci-fi movies always take so much because they're so unrealistic. You got to build a whole nonsense world around it.
Well, there's the production, there's getting the rights for it as well.
Right. Franco wants to know if we watch Bad Blood. I do not. I don't know what that is.
I do not know what that is either.
I want to go see this movie. I'll probably review it next week. I think I'm going to go see a movie. You know how I never go see movies?
Wow.
I plan on going to see a movie because I saw a trailer, I saw a commercial for it, and I recognized the actress, and then I saw a trailer for it, and I want to see it. It's called The Favorite. I'm going to go see that, and I'll review it on Dave and Johnny Live next week.
Wow.
It stars Olivia Colman, who is in one of my favorite shows, Peep Show. So I'm going to go see that movie because she looks funny in it and it looks interesting. And apparently she's getting a lot of buzz for awards, so I like that.
Cool.
She's excellent.
You check that out. Check out the new Steve Carell movie. So we both have movies to talk about.
New Steve Carell movie, you saw that?
We seen it on Wednesday.
Oh, what movie is that?
I forget what it's called exactly.
Is that the one where he played... Wait, is that the... What is that? Which one is that? Is that the one with...
I think it starts with an M or something.
That's not the Dick Cheney one, is it?
No, I don't think so.
I want to see that Dick Cheney one too. That looks good. Where what's his name? Christian Bale plays Dick Cheney.
Yeah, it's definitely not that one. I don't think so.
Oh, Wally said he just mentioned Peep Show above in the chat or something. But yeah, Peep Show is a great show. You never seen that?
No.
I've recommended to you for years. You never seen it. It's like one of my favorites
to watch.
It's such a good show though. It's the best. It's the best one. I don't know if you'd like it, but I think. I mean, how can you not? It's excellent. So funny.
It's tough. I gotta watch Riverdale every week. Riverdale's crazy, by the way, now. Wally, I don't know where you're at, but it's getting nuts, Riverdale. Those teens, man. They're up to no good.
Yeah, I don't. I'm not into the teen dramas, John. I don't like the teen shows like you do. Your 13 Reasons and your Riverdale. I don't watch teen dramas. Not into it.
It's too bad. It's fun stuff.
Well, Wally says Peep Show is good. So if I like it and Wally likes it...
Yeah, it's a good possibility.
Come on.
Yeah.
Alan Johnson. So excellent. How about 90 Day Fiancé? It's a show we both enjoy. We love that, right, Johnny?
Well, this week was kind of crazy for Larissa, I found. This was kind of her put-down week in a sense.
How's that? Larissa went wedding dress shopping with
Right.
Mother Debbie, right? Colty's Mother Debbie, and the cousin Leah,
Yeah.
with the things in her hair always, with the flowers in her hair, you know, the little things. I'm guaranteeing that she makes those things, and she's trying to sell them, and that's why she's always wearing them on TV. I'm telling you.
I wouldn't be surprised, but they kind of trashed her a bit. Like, the ones she wanted, like, they didn't want to give it to her. They wanted her to dress and, like, kind of, like
Well, she
crappy
wanted
ones.
like a $2,200 dress,
Right.
you know, And the mother was like, no, I don't think Colt is going to want to pay for this. She's not paying for any of this stuff. I kind of understood their point. Like, she wanted to buy it. She wanted the mother to buy it because the mother has access to Colty's money because it's all one shared bank account, right?
Right.
So she wanted the mother to pay for it, but Colty's the one making all the money, right? He's the one working. Mm-hmm. So the mother's like, no, I don't think Colty would want to spend $2,000 on this dress. And then she gets mad. But, like, maybe he wouldn't. So, you know, they're not being unreasonable in that instance.
But then,
you think they're being unreasonable?
Well, just like what she wants, like it never works out. Like, so she can't get what she wants ever.
Well, how come she has no money?
Well, it's just the setup they had there. Like
she has no money.
Yeah.
She's not contributing anything.
She can't work or anything, so.
Well, what? She's lived. She's like 28, 29 years old.
Right.
She has no money. She has no savings. She has nothing. She can't contribute. Not impressed with Larissa. Not impressed. She wants Colty to pay for everything. She has nothing. She's a bum. She's a leech. She is.
I think she was treated very disrespectfully this week, in my opinion. Like
by the cousin, the other guy, the guy there.
That too.
Well, that happened, right? So then, I like that Larissa. She wanted like a more traditional dress, but she knows her husband wanted her to wear something, as she put it, more nasty.
Yeah. Well, okay, fine. You knew.
And then she wore a dress that was like more revealing, you know, with things showing.
You knew Colty, like that's the only.
She had her gimmicks showing, you know what I mean?
That's the reason why he got with her, just for that.
For the gimmicks?
Yeah, of course.
Colty loves her gimmicks. Larissa, so she wanted that expensive dress. It didn't work out. Cousin John is the guy you're talking about, right?
I don't know if he's actually their cousin, but whatever.
Well, apparently he's like the only friend that Colty has. Whenever Colty like needs to talk to somebody or has a social gathering, it's always Cousin John and the wife.
For this show, for sure.
All right. Yeah. So he's a character on the show. He's probably getting paid, right? Although maybe not. I think the side characters don't get paid at all. They're just on the show. So they have a barbecue. Cousin John doesn't like Larissa there. And then he said something pretty mean to her, right? He said, that bitch is for her money, period. He was like getting really mad at her and saying some mean things. And that was probably out of line for Cousin John. And Colty said nothing. Like, no one stopped him when he called her a bitch. Colty just sat there like, I just want everybody to calm down. That's what he kept saying. He's like, I just want everybody to calm down and get along. I just want everybody to calm down. And this guy, I mean, your cousin here is insulting your wife. You know, she may be in the wrong in a lot of instances, but this guy should stand up a little bit, say something when... but instead, he just sits there while his cousin kind of berates his fiance.
I feel like he used effing, B-I-T-C-H as well.
Maybe. So Cousin John then left, and then Larissa went on a whole tirade, right?
Well, understandable.
She gets all mad. She says, oh, Mother Debbie, you poisoned everybody against me. And she blames Debbie for everything.
Something about death or something, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't know. She said something like, who goes against the queen will die.
Yeah, that was it. That's it.
That was a good line. Who goes against the queen will die.
Yeah.
Sounds like Hanato Laranja. You know what I'm talking about?
It's ridiculous.
You know Hanato?
No.
You don't know Hanato Laranja?
No.
It's okay. We'll talk about him later. So they got into a big argument, and then Larissa, she throws her ring, her engagement ring, at Colty, and that's where we leave it off. But of course we know from the internet, because the internet knows all, TV is way behind the internet, as everybody knows, right? In every instance, TV is behind the internet. 100 times out of 100. You know what I'm saying? For everything.
I understand, but what are you getting at here?
What I'm getting at is that they're together. Larissa is in the United States, so they got married. Like, the 90 days has passed. This was filmed months ago, right?
Okay.
So she's in the United States, but they're going through many troubles.
Right.
And Larissa just recently accused him of cheating, and there's like they're not doing well, but they're still together because she's still in the United States.
Okay. But that's it. I mean, they're together, and then there's just, well, we're getting by. Is that the case? We'll find out.
Wally wants us to get a joint bank account, the whole Wrestling Uncensored universe.
Why?
I don't know. How about Lita and Eric? It was really an episode this week of two couples. It was Colty and Larissa and Lita and Eric.
Well, they're done, aren't they? Like,
Who?
well, Eric and Lita, like,
No, they're still
because he
together.
took the mic off, didn't he? He's like, screw this, like.
She's also still in the United States. She got kicked off Instagram.
Okay.
They're still together. They got married.
But
They're horrible. They're my least favorite.
She openly admitted that she's only doing this to get a medical career. That's it.
Yes, she's only there because she wants to become a doctor in the United States because there's more money in it for her in the U.S., and that's why she's with Eric, and she basically said that to him.
And then he's like, screw this, like.
Yeah, well, and then they reconciled, apparently, right?
I feel like that's just for now, though. I don't know. I don't know if I buy that it's gonna last.
Well, first of all, Lita is horrible. She's like the worst person ever. She hates child support. She hates the fact that Eric has to pay child support, even though he's legally obliged to do it if he wants to see his daughter.
Right. Okay.
She wants him to give up parental rights and not see his child, which is a horrible thing to do, especially considering she has a son.
Yep. It's pretty.
How could you do that? How could you say that to a person? It's the worst thing I have ever heard on 90 Day Fiancé. She is horrible.
She's selfish. All right.
She's the worst. I despise her. I really do not like her. And then she tells him that she wants to be in the U.S. to be a doctor. And Eric is like, okay, well, I'm standing up for myself. He actually stood up for himself, which is rare with these weak-ass American dudes who bring in these foreign ladies. Usually they just get walked all over. But he stands up for himself, and he's like, no. I'm not dealing with this. If you want, then the marriage is over. We're not going to get married. And then Lita and Eric's other daughter, Tasha, they get into a big fight, right?
Yeah.
So Tasha lives with Eric, and Lita wants her out. And then she starts going into a room, and they get into a huge deal. And then Eric tells his daughter to get her shit and get out. So she does. And this is a grown man, by the way, who's living with his daughter, not like caring. She's 19 years old. It's not like he's paying the rent and they're living together and he's kind of taking care of the bills. No, they're splitting the rent. His daughter is his roommate at this point,
Right.
and she's on the lease, and they're trying to kick her out because Lita from Indonesia, who comes in with a fake British accent for some reason when she talks English, she wants the room for her son and she wants this daughter out. She's awful, and so is Eric. Eric is terrible. Kicking his daughter out of the apartment when she's on the lease. It's her apartment.
Well, this is it. I don't know how long this is gonna last for, because legally, I don't know if they could have done that. They did it, but I think that she can come back from this.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think she lives there anymore. Who would want to live with Lita? She's the worst. Terrible. Man. I was disgusted by their actions this week on the show. It's just like, really? This is what you're doing? This is the kind of person you are? Eric especially. Awful. But Lita too.
Oh,
They're just despicable
Yeah.
people. They're most despicable this season on 90 Day Fiancé. No one more terrible than Lita and Eric. I mean, Colt and Larissa, whatever, they're destructive to themselves, but Lita and Eric seem to be like terrible parents as well. They're like the worst people maybe ever on 90 Day Fiancé, the history of the show. They make George and Anfisa look great, and George is in prison right now. But for weed, so, stay strong, George. It's legal here, brother. Just move to Canada.
Well,
when you get out. Although, once you do get out, you have a criminal record, so you won't actually be allowed in our country. So, forget that.
George is no saint.
He's alright. Compared to Eric, he's great. I love George.
I guess, yeah.
Compared to Eric, Luis is the man.
Can't remember Luis.
Luis, remember Molly and Luis?
Molly.
Yeah, you know, he was a Dominican guy. He moved in with that older lady from Georgia who had the kids. He didn't want to be the father.
He was lazy.
Oh, he was
lazy.
Yeah, he was not great. But compared to Eric, like, Luis is great. I love Luis.
I guess, yeah, but
He was kind of a dick, but Eric, like, he's awful. I've never seen anyone worse on 90 Day Fiancé. Seriously, in the history of the show, and I've been watching this show since the beginning. Since the first season. I don't think anyone has been more despicable than Lita and Eric. And there have been some very despicable characters on this show.
Well, I feel with Eric, he just got in over his head here. Like, he thought he could have this great situation, and he didn't really think it through and realize, well, you also have your daughter living with you, who's also your roommate. You know, you just don't have the setup that this woman wants for you. You overestimated what you thought you had.
Eric is a massive disappointment, I think, to many people. I think Eric has been a disappointment for most of his life. Jenny says, who would have thought Fernanda would be the most mature? She's correct. Fernanda, 19 years old, coming from Mexico into the United States. English is, like, perfect. You know, she has an accent, but she speaks great. And she's telling, what's his name, Jonathan, that he basically abandoned his mom and his family who live in Chicago when he moved to, like, North Carolina or wherever he is. And he pretty much stopped talking to her, and his mom's mad that he, you know, lost touch with his family. And Fernanda wants him to make amends, and then Jonathan cries in a coffee shop. When's the last time you cried in a coffee shop, Johnny?
I can't remember the last time I've been in a coffee shop, so
yeah,
that's tough to say.
I just like that they're having this emotional conversation, like, in public, in front of all these people. Like, you're a person in that coffee shop, you see a camera crew, you see these people, and you see this grown man in tears. You're like, what is happening here? What is this? You know?
He's an emotional guy, I guess.
Yeah. I like seeing him cry. I don't know why. I enjoyed that. But, yeah, doesn't seem like he's got a great relationship with his mom, and Fernanda's like, you know, how you treat your mom is how you treat all women, and, you know, I'm worried here. I think they're still together, but I don't really know. I'm pretty sure they got married, and she's in the U.S. right now.
Well, they're my favorites still, so hopefully.
They're your favorite?
Oh, yeah, but it hasn't been as crazy for them.
I think Jay and Ashley are my favorite.
They're all right.
I think they're my favorite this season. They canceled their wedding, and they're going to Vegas, Triple H style. I'm here to, you can't get rid of me, I infiltrate 90 Day Fiancé.
Given,
Jay and Ashley, they had negative comments that were racially motivated, people weren't using the N-word, it wasn't me, or was it,
Yeah. Well, it's for the best, unfortunately. If they're going to be harassed, you know, why put up with that stuff?
That's right.
Go somewhere else.
Jay from Jamaica, Ashley in the United States, they're getting threatened, and they're installing security cameras, and they decide to cancel their wedding and elope in Vegas instead, just like Stephanie and Triple H, which is awesome. Saw that, I was like, that's right, that's how you do it.
I'm still very skeptical in this relationship working out. I mean, Jay hasn't been introduced to the kids yet, so we haven't seen how that would work out.
The question isn't did we, but how many times did we consummate the marriage?
And do you really trust Jay that much? Like, I feel like he'll just move on eventually. You don't think he'll move on? I think he will.
From Ashley? Maybe.
Yeah.
Quite possibly.
I think he will definitely cheat on her. He just...
Maybe. I don't know. He might. And then Asuelu and Kaylani had a very sad conversation. Asuelu wanted to just kind of cuddle and hug her, and she pushed him away, and he says it made him sad, and he started to cry, and then she started to cry. It was very sad. Asuelu's like a puppy, you know? He's just like, aw, poor little guy.
Well, he's not a good father.
Oh, what? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? He's not a good father. He's a fine father.
Hey.
He loves his kid. What are you talking about?
Let's see you unstrap your kid.
He doesn't know. He doesn't know that you can't take the kid out of the car seat when you're in the car. He doesn't know that because he's from Samoa and they do things differently there. But to say he's a bad father because of that is that's wrong. I think it might be racist even. I don't know. It's something.
What?
It's something. It's not right. It's a different culture. He doesn't know, man.
So
he doesn't know any better.
It was all right to put his kid.
He's not doing anything wrong.
To put his kid up on the shoulders
yes,
too.
I put my kid up on my shoulders when he was that age. It's totally fine. They love it. They love it.
That was dangerous stuff.
No, it wasn't dangerous at all. I do things with my kid that other people are like, ooh, it's dangerous, but it's not dangerous, and he loves it. I pick up my kid, and I throw him up in the air. I throw him in the air, and I catch him. Some people, when they see that, they're like, ooh, they get nervous. Okay? He's fine. He loves it. I catch him every time.
Good.
Okay? And he's laughing his ass off every time I do it. Loves it. Loves getting tossed up in the air. He's a circus baby. Okay? There's no problem with Asuelu's parenting. And if you've got a problem with his parenting, you got a problem with my parenting. If you got a problem with my parenting, you got a problem with me. And you got a problem with me, then I got a problem with you.
Well, as a non-parent, I think my advice is golden. All right? And I'm just going to tell you right now, straight up, you better not ever take your kid out of the car seat. Ever.
I'm going to do it, and I'm going to send you like a picture of it just to spite you.
It's terrible.
I'll send you a video to let you know that the car is moving at the time.
You're getting messages from backstage.
Yeah, backstage is giving me the no sign. I'm not allowed to do that. But I'm going to do it anyways, just as a stunt. Asuelu rules. Asuelu, I'm with you. Tremendous. Wally wants to hear your Triple H impression.
I don't know if I really have a Triple H impression. Yeah, I'm the game. That's all I got.
Oh, good one. Good. I liked it. It had potential. And Olga and Steven, finally, Steven is terrible. Olga's K1 visa might be hard to get because she's Russian and they might have trouble getting her into the United States. So Steven wants to take the month-old baby away from the mother to the United States with him. Bad idea, Steven.
And he was told this too, hey, that's not gonna work.
Yeah, no shit, it's not gonna work.
But he's young too. He just doesn't get it, you know. I understand with him, he doesn't understand whatsoever. I think.
Yeah, he's
just lost completely.
Oh, he worries me. He seems unstable.
Yeah, violent. Yeah.
Speaking of unstable, AJ's checking in.
That's cool. You kind of missed your part already, AJ, though. You got to go back a couple of minutes ago.
Did we talk about AJ?
Oh, we did. We said you better show up for the wrestling show.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of AJ, you and AJ did a show, AJ After Dark. You did another one of them after the last UFC thing, right?
Yeah, we did the third one, yeah.
Episode 3 of AJ After Dark. You guys did it outside.
Yeah, we did it outside.
In the cold. Yeah. It was minus 20 outside. Roughly. Celsius.
Yeah.
Cold as hell.
He was cold. He was freezing, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure you were cold.
Yeah.
And you were filming a UFC wrap-up show outdoors for some reason.
And someone accused him of being homeless.
Who?
AJ. Of being homeless.
A passerby? Or
No, someone commenting on the video. Someone asked if he was homeless or not.
Well, you would think he might be able to do a show from his home or somewhere else. I don't understand why he's doing a show from outside. Did the bar kick you out? You guys were at a bar watching the UFC and then you decided to go outside to do the show because you figured the lighting was better because it's so dark in the bar. That's why I've called the show AJ After Dark, because you can't see anything really when they do these shows.
Right.
And now you decided to go outside because the lighting was better, even though it was freezing cold. That's what you and AJ came up with. That was your best idea.
It was, yeah. And it was cool just to do something different. Like,
you don't have a cell phone that has a flashlight on it? Because I'm pretty sure if you turn your flashlight on, you could record video at the same time. Then you'd have a light.
We actually did that, I think, with the second episode. But still, the lighting wasn't that great. So, that's why we tried this.
The first episode was from AJ's car.
That's right.
The second episode was from inside a bar. Both places completely dark. Right. Couldn't see anything on this video show. And then the third time you decide, okay. First 2 times were dark. This time we're going to go cold.
Exactly. I think it worked out pretty well. It was a great time.
Ridiculous.
Thanks to Antoinette, who came in and commented quite a few times. A lot of fun.
Yeah. Well, I didn't watch it. I watched bits and pieces.
I also liked how, like, AJ called you out, like, kind of said, like, no one believed in Max Holloway. David Simon didn't believe in Max Holloway. When I also believed, he said on the show, did he say, like, he was betting against Max Holloway too?
All 3 of us, Fred, AJ, and I, all picked Ortega. We all picked Ortega.
Yeah, he only mentioned that you didn't believe in him. Max Holloway.
Thanks, AJ. Always burying me. Always. Any chance he gets to just...
And also, he said several times that you guys are on at 7 p.m. tonight. And I don't believe we're on at 7 p.m. tonight, so you might need to clarify that.
Yeah, tonight the show, AJ, Fred, and I will be on after there's a hockey match on TSN 690. We'll be on right after about 10 p.m.
Okay.
10 p.m. Eastern tonight, Ringside Report Radio. Live. Me, Fred, AJ. The 7 p.m.s will start, when there's no hockey game before us. So, I don't know, January, I think. I think for the next 3 weeks, we're going to be on around 10. And then in January, we'll be on at 7 for the most part. I got to get the schedule figured out. We just moved. I'm still getting used to the new time. We got to get some details ironed out. It's not fully formed in my mind yet as to when we're on and so on. All the details are still percolating. But I'm sure everything will come together by the time 10 p.m. hits tonight. Showtime with AJ. Everything comes together. Once that red light goes on, the microphones go on. AJ starts saying nonsense, and the whole show comes together.
So Fred's back tonight, right? That's the big thing. There's no other guests, or?
No, it's just the original crew. Fred is back. He's been gone for 2 weeks.
Right.
So we're bringing it back original style. Fred, AJ, me, Marco Muscles.
Sounds good.
Tonight, 10 p.m. on the air. AJ says Fred got jiggy in Toronto, and he wants the video. AJ already starting,
All right.
It's 1:14 Eastern. Show's not till 10 p.m. and AJ is already on it.
Crazy.
All right. Ring of Honor Final Battle going down tonight, right? There's a wrestling show. You've got Kenny King against Eli Isom. Sumi Sakai, the Women of Honor World Champion, defending against Madison Rain, Karen Q, and Kelly Klein. Matt Taven takes on Dalton Castle. The Ring of Honor World title on the line, Jay Lethal against Cody. And this could be Cody's last match in Ring of Honor. People are wondering if Cody's going to try and take the belt and leave the company. I doubt that's going to happen. I assume Jay Lethal will retain. But that should be an interesting match and a match to watch as far as what happens and what kind of story they do with that one.
I thought Cody was hurt.
I think he's wrestling. I'm pretty sure he's good to go.
I thought he would pull out of the Wrestle Kingdom, didn't he? Because he was injured.
Wrestle Kingdom. He was never booked for Wrestle Kingdom.
Well, wasn't there a New Japan show he was booked for, but he couldn't wrestle on it?
No.
Well, I'd be skeptical to see if this match actually happens, but all right.
Well, it's supposed to happen. Jeff Cobb, the Ring of Honor World TV title, taking on Adam Page. That should be fantastic. Hangman Page and Jeff Cobb. That's going to be great.
Hangman's quite fantastic. I've heard
Yeah.
good things about Jeff Cobb, so yeah.
Oh, yeah. Jeff Cobb is really good. He's like big, thick guy, and he can move. Like, he can moonsault. He can do everything. Incredibly athletic wrestler. Very, very good. Jonathan Gresham taking on Zack Sabre Jr. Always love seeing ZSJ in action. Submission Master. That guy's tremendous. Had a great World Tag League run with Tai Chi as his partner. By the way, we're going to do a new episode of What's Phantom in Japan, recapping the World Tag League coming up next week. So check us out, WrestlingUncensored.net, RingsideReport.net, online on the YouTube channel. We're going to have a new episode, the December episode of What's Phantom in Japan, recapping the World Tag League where Evil and Sonata won the whole thing. And then we'll preview Wrestle Kingdom, which is coming up in January, which is like the, WrestleMania of New Japan. So that's very exciting. But the WrestleMania of Ring of Honor, I think, is tonight, Final Battle, right? Like, this is their big show of the year.
Well, they have quite a few big shows, but a lot of people would say, yeah, this is probably the biggest one of them all.
Interesting they do it on a Friday night.
Yeah, but I think it's a good idea because there's a lot of things going on Saturday. Sunday, there's WWE, so it makes sense.
That WWE show is this Sunday, right?
TLC.
Right. Big weekend in wrestling. Final Battle tonight, TLC on Sunday. Will there be a match at TLC that will be better than SCU, Frankie Kazarian and Scorpio Sky, the Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions, defending against the Briscoes and the Young Bucks in a triple threat ladder match? I would say no. I would say nothing at TLC will equal this match. So if you want to see the best ladder match of the weekend, I would tune in tonight. Go subscribe to the Ring of Honor streaming service. What's it called again? Honor Club or whatever it is. I don't have a subscription yet, but I'm thinking about it real hard because the wrestling is fantastic. This match will be the match of the weekend, without a doubt. There's nothing at TLC. As good as TLC is, as good as the card is, and I'm hyped for TLC, but this match right here, the Bucks, the Briscoes, and SCU in a triple threat tag match, in a ladder match, triple threat ladder match,
Right.
goodness. Nothing will top this weekend. This will be the match of the weekend, without a doubt.
Well, there is Daniel Bryan versus AJ Styles.
Yeah, I know.
I
No,
wouldn't
this will be better. We'll watch all the wrestling this weekend, John. Okay, and we'll come back next week, and you will admit that this was the best match of the weekend.
We'll see.
You better watch it. I'm gonna watch it. You should all watch it too. It's gonna be incredible. Christopher Daniels taking on Marty Scurll. Winner is the number one contender for the Ring of Honor title. That should be a great match. Bully Ray and Flip Gordon in an I Quit match. That is going to be violent.
Oh, they've been building that for quite a while now.
Oh,
So.
man. Of course, Bully Ray, one of the Dudley boys, Bubba Dudley, and Flip Gordon is an incredible talent. Wow.
I think it was Flip that eliminated him in the Battle Royal, All In, if not mistaken.
Yes.
So it's been going on since then.
So Ring of Honor Final Battle going down tonight. Check it out. I'm going to watch it. It's going to be awesome. AJ thinks TLC stands for Tender Loving Care, but it's tables, ladders, and chairs, of course, as we all know. AJ, you coming over for TLC?
Or at least see my match. That's the important thing.
Yeah, AJ's going to be at Johnny's match on Sunday, streaming it. He did say that on the chat. So
Yeah.
AJ's going to be coming through on Sunday for Johnny. Any final comments, final questions here? We're going to wrap this sucker up. Wally wants a post show for TLC. We will do a post show for TLC. I don't know who's going to be on it. I'll be on it. I don't know who else is going to be there.
Maybe your brother.
Maybe. Maybe you. Maybe AJ. Who knows?
No Fred.
No Fred. No, Fred won't be here for TLC. That's a guarantee. But there will be a TLC post show Sunday night after TLC. guaranteed. Right here on our YouTube channel. So check it out. Check us out tonight around 10 p.m. On TSN 690 for Ringside Report Radio. And then tomorrow night at midnight for Wrestling Uncensored. Online, you know where it is. YouTube channel right here, youtube.com/ringsidereport.net. WrestlingUncensored.net, RingsideReport.net. Johnny North on Instagram at Genesis Johnny North. Twitter at North Genesis. I'm on Instagram, Dave Simon MMA, Twitter, Dave Simon MMA, and all that. And then some. Big shout out to Wally, to Franco, to PRM, to Andy, to Antoinette, of course my man AJ, everybody else checking in. A lot of comments here on the show. Thank you for watching. Johnny?
Don't forget to like the Facebook page of Ringside Report.
Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're trying to make this YouTube channel the place to be. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. It helps us out, and it helps us give you more content. So if you want more content, you want the post shows, you want 90 Day Fiancé, you want whatever, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and it'll help us give you more content. We're not asking for money. We're not asking for anything. Just hit subscribe. It's very easy.
You get more.
And you get more. That's how it works. It's Dave and Johnny live. I'm Dave, he's Johnny.
Peace.